Mars. I always thought of it as a romantic place, a planet of mystery and adventure. Came here 6 months ago thinking it would be an escape from Earth. I wanted some time to think, to figure out what to do with my life. A year in the Altor mine sounded like a great way to straighten myself out. Man, was I a fool. Life in the mines is hell. I haven't had a minute to myself since I got here. You're jammed 8 to a room, time-sharing your bunks. Conditions are barely livable, and the guards are everywhere. Altor doesn't care if we live or die. We're at the breaking point. And then there's the plague killing off miners left and right. When the guy next to you dies before your eyes and your turn could come any minute, it freaks you out. No one knows what causes it or how to cure it. Or at least the miners don't know. Someone named Eos is putting up pamphlets in the barracks, claiming that Altor is responsible for the plague. The pamphlets urge miners to be ready to revolt against Altor. A lot of miners are muttering, but nothing's come of it yet. As bad as things are in the barracks, they're brutal down in the mines. You spend 10 hours drenched in your own sweat in the Enviro suit, grinding away at rock walls. The guards make sure you work the whole shift. They enjoy their work way too much. You get out of the driller after your shift's over and all you've done is dig yourself in a little deeper. Don't know how long I can keep doing this.
EOS! All hail EOS! This is Red Faction for the PC. Well, this game wasn't short for one thing. I didn't quite finish it, but I was getting there. Red Faction, I've owned for a long time, but never really played it. Red Faction is a game which sucks you in if you get involved. This is a story about a miner under Altor named Parker who wanted a new life. He was in a rat race, his parents just putting him into a plan. You watch the intro video, which shows about Parker's life. He talks about the plague and Eos. I won't get too into that right now because that is the storyline. Well, Eos goes on about a rebellion, and will you make it happen with the fancy guns of the future and fancy vehicles? Let's look at how this game fares up. What do I have to say about the controls? Well, they're pretty good. I mean, they can get confusing, and I need my cheat sheet all the time. Though the main keys you are going to use, you will remember. The mouse controls are your camera views, which they can become very jerky at times. The keys, you had your movement keys in the right places, with a W making you go forward, and the other keys around it did the other directions. Nothing too hard, but they were easily adaptable. Visual presentation is great. The graphics are phenomenal. And you have to keep in mind that this is 2001, not 2005 and something like that. The game has great cinematic videos, as you've seen in the intro video, and it's greatly detailed. You can see detailed faces looking slightly different and not just blobs of eyes. The Enviro suit were detailed and wasn't just red with an oxygen tank strapped to the back of it. Now the sound was crisp and clear. It puts you more in the game because you will get messages from various characters like Hendrix and Eos. You first get the walkie-talkie fail, with the static at first, then right into a clear voice. I'm guessing that your message system is inside your helmet because it isn't going to be on the outside or Altor will kill your ass. Probably my most favorite part of the game was the storyline. The fact that you are on Mars and having a rebellion against Altor is awesome, although it is intricate. History is carefully woven into Red Faction, which originally was an undercover athletic team. Eos was the one to start this thought of rebelling against Altor, and Orion came up with the name. Now, who are these people? Altor is an organization who wants you to work your ass in the mines just to get a little farther. Eos is the person who took a stand when her parents died of the plague. Orion is a guy who came up with the name. Well, majority of the miners are a part of the Red Faction to revenge against Altor and to figure out where this plague is coming from. So you rebel, and guess what you have to battle this mess on your own because you're the only one to make it out. But you do have two people helping you, Hendrix and Eos. Hendrix had the same problem, with his parents dying of the plague after a check-up with the old tour doctor. The storyline overall holds up a lot of structure, but there's also a lot of slew. There's a slew of history woven into it. The gameplay is probably the driving point to play this game. This is great. I mean, it is first-person shooter done well. Red Faction for the PC is a pure masterpiece and well done. Volition and THQ, the people who published the game, were doing pretty good on this game. I mean, THQ didn't have a great past, but now they're getting better, and they're getting into PC gaming. Though, back to the gameplay, though. So anyways, you have various vehicles that you can use to assist you. You have a digger type of vehicle, which can dig you through walls and take a different type of shortcut. Yes, that means you can blow up walls, so you don't have to take a required path. You can also use submarines to do underwater activities like blowing up stuff. The guns are great. You have basic weapons, nothing creative like stun guns, 12mm pistol, submachine gun, shotgun, and rocket launcher. I thought the remote charges were pretty cool because you could put them on a wall, then you could blow them up, and they would make a path so you could like walk through there. Though the one thing about the gameplay is that it sucks you in. There are places you have to figure out. I mean, you have to circle areas many times before you actually know where you're going. Don't even get me started about the barracks level. It drove me nuts. Just going in door and door and never knowing where to go. When you are involved in the game, there isn't time when you are taking a day-long break from Red Faction. You are there playing the game constantly, which makes it highly addicting. Well, to conclude this review, here are some little facts to know. The age rating is M for mature because of blood and dead bodies. You shoot the guy and he is there for a long time. Also, Red Faction isn't just for the PC. It is also for the PS2, N-Gage, and mobile phone. The replay value really depends on how much you get involved. Do you love the storyline and gameplay to the point where you want to keep playing it? I really recommend this game to people who like futuristic games, first-person shooters, and who like to destroy rocks with explosives and things. Red Faction for the PC is going to receive a 95% for its intricate storyline and great graphics. But where did that other 5% go? For the difficulty levels, you basically have enemies moving faster and becoming more jumpy. There are also more of those little bastards. Red Faction goes for around $10 on eBay, so it's affordable and your computer doesn't have to be top-notch to play it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more reviews in the future.